Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. Marc Márquez's resurgence continues to stun the paddock, but the 8-time world champion is clear. His 2025 renaissance isn't just about results. Speaking after another victory in Qatar, Marquez opened up about his new mindset, the lessons of adversity, and how his approach to racing has matured since his early days. In a revealing interview, the Ducati star says it's no longer about winning everything. It's about winning where it counts. In a candid interview with ZamTube, Pablo Nieto, the head of the VR46 MotoGP team, shared his thoughts on the team's current successes, the future of its riders, and the ongoing speculation surrounding Pedro Acosta's potential move to the squad in 2026. With strong performances from Fabio Giannantonio and Franco Morbidelli, Nieto's optimism for the team's future is clear, but he also acknowledged the challenges ahead, including the competition for Acosta. As Marc Márquez kicks off the 2025 MotoGP season in dominant form, Tech3 team manager Hervé Poncharal has offered compelling insights into the evolution of the 6-time champion and the rising challenge posed by Maverick Vinales. In a revealing interview, Poncharal spoke about Márquez's transformation, his near-flawless race execution, and how Vinales' Qatar performance may have signaled a shift in the competitive balance of the grid. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. With 6 Premier Class titles already under his belt, Márquez's comeback from a career-threatening 2020 injury remains one of MotoGP's most compelling storylines. And while he's returned to the top of the standings after Qatar, the Spaniard insists that it's not the records that define him, but the struggle it took to get back. The records are fine, but they're not the most important thing. In 5 years, no one remembers records if someone else breaks them. What defines me is overcoming adversity, especially after the injury. That was the hardest challenge of my life. Quote from Marquez. Known for his all-out style in his youth, Marquez admits that time and experience have mellowed his off-track competitiveness. No longer obsessed with winning at everything, the 32-year-old says he now saves his intensity for the circuit. The change has impacted his relationship with rivals too, including current Ducati teammate Pecco Bagnaia. 10 years ago, I was competitive in everything, even in formal training. I needed to win everything. Not anymore. Now, it's only on the track. I've learned to accept that someone else can be faster or stronger. Of course there's tension, we're both competitive. But at 32, you see things differently. You can collaborate in the pits and go full gas on track. At 20, I saw it all very differently. Marquez says he's felt a kind of trance on the bike this season, a phrase once used by Ayrton Senna, where everything clicks. The sensation of flow has been most noticeable in Argentina and Austin, before a costly crash halted his perfect streak. Sometimes everything flows, I don't even see the risk. But I know it can all change in a millisecond. I think about my mistakes, and how to avoid repeating them. But this sport guarantees you'll make them again eventually. I put it into perspective, there are worse things in life. Marquez also reflected on a dramatic moment at the America's GP, when rain prompted a bold decision to sprint to the pits for a bike swap, sparking a chain reaction that ultimately led to a race stoppage. I wasn't 100% sure about the rules, but I knew staying out on slicks in the rain wasn't smart. I calculated the time from pit box to green light, about 30 seconds, so I took the risk. In the end, everyone followed, and race directions stopped the race. I always tried to maximize every opportunity, even risky ones. Marc also shared his pride in younger brother Alex Marquez, who currently sits second in the standings and is enjoying his own breakout year. I'm so happy for him. He's always been known as Marc's brother, but he's a 2-time world champion and incredibly talented. He'll win races this year, for sure. As for what he'd tell his younger self, the Marc who clinched the 125 cubic centimeters title in 2010, he offers a simple yet poignant piece of advice. Mature, measured, and more dangerous than ever, Marc Márquez's evolution is complete, and his message is clear. It's no longer about winning everything. It's about knowing when, and where, it matters most. And right now, with Ducati beneath him and the title lead in hand, there's no better place than MotoGP's top step. The VR46 team is seeing a rise in form this season, with factory support bringing a boost to their performance. Nieto, reflecting on the team's journey, recalls its early struggles and the hurdles they overcame. However, with the current results, including consistent top 5 finishes from both riders, he sees the team on the right track. He also shared his thoughts on his unique relationship with Valentino Rossi, which led him to join VR46. I had the privilege of starting in MotoGP at the right time. The relationship with Valentino and Uccio made it an easy choice to join this project. It was impossible to say no. This project has meant everything to me, Nieto said. Nieto reflects on his transition from rider to team manager and the challenges of overseeing the development of a MotoGP team. He admits that when VR46 initially built its team, it was tough, but with Ducati's backing, things have improved significantly. Nieto praised the way VR46's approach aligns with Ducati's philosophy, enhancing their collaboration. It's a completely different world now. We have factory support, and the difference in the approach is noticeable, especially when you see how closely our riders now work with Ducati's engineers. Both Franco Morbidelli and Fabio di Giannantonio, VR46's top riders, have been showing impressive form. Nieto reflected on Morbidelli's steady rise, noting his consistency, and also spoke about Di Giannantonio's unexpected signing. Nieto was particularly proud of Di Giannantonio's determination and skill, especially when he convinced the team to give him an opportunity. Fabio's rise surprised us all, and now we're proud of his growth. He was convinced he could do well, and we're glad we gave him the chance. As for Frankie, he's a proven talent with years of experience, and we're thrilled to see him at his best. When asked about VR46's ambitions for the season, Nieto gave a measured response. While the team is eager to compete at the highest level, he stressed the importance of keeping expectations in check. He acknowledged that the competition is fierce, but expressed hope for a potential title challenge. Winning the championship would be amazing, but we have to stay realistic. Expectations can't be too high. If things don't go our way, it means we haven't done everything we could. But who knows, in MotoGP, anything is possible. The topic on everyone's mind, Pedro Acosta's future. With the young star being linked to a move to VR46 in 2026, Nieto was quick to address the speculation. While Acosta is undoubtedly a talented rider, Nieto made it clear that any potential move is a long way off and emphasized that the focus for now should be on their current riders. Acosta is a very interesting rider, but he's not just interesting for us, he's interesting for everyone. It's too early to discuss 2026. Right now, we're focused on what we can do with Franco and Di Gia. But yes, he's a rider that catches everyone's attention. With VR46 continuing to grow and build on its success, the speculation about Pedro Acosta's potential move is sure to keep fans buzzing. However, as Pablo Nieto wisely pointed out, it's far too soon to make any decisions, and the team is focused on the here and now, aiming to continue building on the solid foundation they've established this season. With 3 race wins already under his belt this season, including 2 sprints, Marc Márquez is once again MotoGP's benchmark. But to Hervé Pontrel, it's not just the results that stand out, it's how he's getting them. This isn't the aggressive, all-or-nothing Marquez of the past. What Pontrel sees now is a rider who has evolved, both on and off the bike. His struggles with injury and years of inconsistent machinery have forged a more mature, strategic version of the Spanish superstar. He's kept that raw speed, but now he's much more experienced, not just in racing, but in life, with all the tough times he's been through, Pontrel said. Ponchero pointed to a key moment at the Burum Grand Prix that spoke volumes about Marquez's transformation. Instead of charging ahead, Marc tactically dropped behind his brother Alex to raise his tire pressures, a subtle but smart move that previous versions of Marc might not have made. This ability to think long-term within the heat of battle, combined with his unmatched instincts, has made him even more dangerous. According to Ponchero, this is no longer just a rider with talent. He's become a rider with complete control. Although he's always been a machine on the bike, he's now ticking all the other boxes too. Despite Marc's dominance in Qatar, it was Maverick Vinales who gave fans hope of a more open season. His performance on the KTM was a clear sign that the Ducati wall can be breached, especially with smart racecraft and fearless pace. Ponchero was quick to recognize the significance of that challenge, calling Vinales' effort a turning point that could inspire more riders to believe. Maverick showed that it's possible to challenge Marc, and that's important, not just for the fans, but for the rest of the grid. While Marc Márquez might look nearly unbeatable, Ponchero refuses to hand him the title just yet. He praised the work being done by other teams, including his own Tech3 outfit, and emphasized that MotoGP is a sport where momentum can shift quickly. He believes that with the right bike, right conditions, and rider confidence, the rest of the paddock can close the gap, and Qatar may have been the first crack in Marc's aura of invincibility. Right now, he looks almost unbeatable. Almost. Hervé Ponchero's words offer a fascinating look at the current MotoGP landscape, where a more strategic, wiser Marc Márquez sets the bar, but where riders like Vinales are proving that the fight is far from over. As the championship heads toward Europe, all eyes will be on whether anyone can turn almost unbeatable into beaten. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. And see you next time!